Hi, my name is Sophia. I'm here with my dad. The date is December 9th, 2024, and we are recording this interview in Chicago, Illinois. Okay, Pa. Do you remember what was going through your head when you first saw me?
I fell in love. I seriously fell in love. I was like, oh, my baby. She's so tiny. So, that was my feeling.
Okay.
I have a picture of holding you in my office, in my computer. When I'm holding you, and you're so tiny and red. Yeah.
Okay. Second question.
Sure.
What was life like when you grew up?
It was fun. Summers were a lot of fun. Then when I was a teenager, I got a job and it wasn't as fun. But I had a pretty happy childhood, you know.
Can you tell me a moment when a person's kindness made a difference in your life?
When I first came to this country, the people that are supposed to be helping me, they turned their backs on me, and a complete stranger came and helped me. So I remember her name is Maria, and she, didn't have a place to stay, and she helped me to spend the night, in this one place, and they didn't know me, so they were totally nice, and then sure after that I got my own place.
How would you describe a perfect day when you were younger?
Waking up, especially on a Saturday, plan things with my friends, do my homework, and have fun for the day. I used to love water parks too. Water parks were a lot of fun.
Do you have any favorite stories from your childhood?
Favorite stories when I was a kid. One time, we went, my friends and I, to these fields, and we didn't mean to. The guy had like trees, apples and oranges and things like that. So we took them, and the guy saw us, and we had to run for our life. We didn't mean to steal anything. We just, didn't know any better. So that was a fun story, and a scary story too.
Okay. When in life have you felt most alone?
That's a great question. I think I felt completely out of place after I got alone. You know how I was married before. Right after I got divorced, I felt out of place. So probably that's like the most alone I ever felt.
Are there any funny stories or memories or characters of your life that you want to tell me about?
Well, my friends and I used to, when I was 12, I had a couple friends that were older than me. They were like 16, 15, and they used to go to this golf course to wash cars, and they took me with them. So we ended up buying peanuts and orange juice, and got sick to my stomach really bad. I barely made it to my house, if you know what I mean.
You have to poop?
Just so funny.
What are your best memories of grade school, high school, college, or graduate school? Either or. Like, you could tell me out of any of those.
My greatest memories?
Yeah, like your best memories from either of those.
Well, I used to love philosophy. I got a straight A's in philosophy and in political science. So yeah, that was fun. It is I guess when you're young, seeing an A or seeing more than one A is a great feeling for any of us. I remember having two best friends, Fernando and Hugo. We used to hang out together all the time, and yeah.
What was your worst memories of those times? Of any of those?
Well, when I was a kid, I was messing with my uncle's dog, and I got beaten. Yeah,
in grade school?
No, in grammar school.
Okay.
In grammar school.
What was the biggest grudge you held, and how did you let it go?
Okay, this one guy hit my brother.
Oh no.
And I held a crush for the longest. And my brother was little. I was already here in the United States, and I was like, when I go back, I'm gonna get even. And it took me a couple of years to get over that. But then I was like, I just let go.
And how would you describe yourself as a child? Were you happy, or like, what were you?
I was a happy kid. I was a hyper kid. I had energy. I like to go and do things and play, and I used to. I was a friendly guy. Yeah, I was a friendly guy.
And what kind of student were you when you were like studying?
Honestly,
a bad
or
kid.
You want me to look good?
No, to be out, you have to be for honest.
Okay. This is what I learned from people older than me, wiser than me. Okay.
Okay.
Older and wiser people than me, they say that kids that are A or B don't control the world. The kids that control the world are C kids. I'm not saying you do it or me do it. Okay. Why? Because they see kids were running the streets.
Oh.
So then they knew more about the streets. Oh. So they are the ones that control the world. Quote to quote. Okay? I don't really believe that. But I was a B average kid. To be completely honest with you.
Were you
now
like...
that doesn't mean that I want you to be a B. I want you to be an A. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. And are you still friends with anyone like from your school?
Yeah. A lot of people. I still know a lot of people. I'm now with social media. I keep in touch with a lot of my friends from high school, from grammar school. Yeah.
And what was I gonna say? What would you do for fun? Like
nowadays?
No, like I'm talking about when you were younger.
Oh. I used to like to break dance. Seriously, and I like boxing, and I like martial arts.
Okay.
My brothers would make fun of me because I stay practicing my breakdance moves in front of the mirror for like hours upon hours.
Did Amina laugh at you?
Right. They say that I used to turn off the lights and stand on the Christmas lights, so I would pretend that I was in a nightclub or something. I don't remember that. But I remember loving to break dance.
Okay, and then what did you want to be when you grew up? Like when you were a kid?
When I was a kid and I was turning into a teenager, my plans was gonna go next to the ocean and become the owner of a hotel or at least a manager. Mm-hmm. And if it wasn't that, I was gonna be an architect. But the reason why I wanted to be an architect is because an much older friend of mine was an architect, so I used to have a lot of admiration and respect for him.
How did you feel when you first went to your now job?
Say that one more time.
How did you feel when you went to Chris?
The job that I have now?
Yes.
I was happy. I was happy because I was going to learn something new, and I did. Am I satisfied? No, because there is always room for improvement. No matter how old you are, there is always room for improvement. Always.
Okay, well, I guess that's all the questions that we have, and I appreciate you and I love you.
I love you.
And thank you for spending your time with me and my classmates and Ms. Zeno and everybody else.
I love you.
Okay, bye-bye. This concludes interview with my dad.